Alright, here is a quick maven to show you the single target of the build. Teleport. Kind of bullying me right here. Easily phased before she does memory game. Unfortunately, my bottled faith isn't up. That's okay. Ah, yes. I like patterns like that. Alright, good spawn. There we go. Alright, is Conduit... Alright, is Conduit like the most common one of these? Well, that's good for this build if it is, because this build uses Conduit, so it should be cheap then. Because I've gotten like 3 of these now. And this is the only one I've gotten, right here.
And so too will her.
I'm using an Annihilating Light, because, you know, you can fit it in. Your resistances on this build is fine. I'm actually not lighting cap because I'm lazy, but I could if I wanted to, but I don't. So yeah, but you can get res cap with it. My chaos is kind of scuffed, but you know, softcore lol. So you know that gives you a ton of damage. So here, the helmet, I have a sentinel mod on it that is your fire damage can shock. That's how you can get shock on this build. It's really nice. Yeah, next league, obviously, this probably won't be a thing, but it's not needed, it's just kind of nice. Other than that, you have a bunch of mana reservation on it. And, yeah, so you can fit in all your auras. I'm using the Eternal Struggle Amulet with life regen implicit and fire damage implicit. It also helps you get your stats to where they need to be. Really helpful for that. Gives you global defenses, which is good for your armor and evasion. I had anger there because there's no reason to have grace in for Maven, but usually you map with grace. Not necessary, so next league when what's it called? When this thing gets nerfed, you can just drop grace and it'll still be fine. Just a regular old ring here with life, res, and dex to cap your dex. non-channeling craft, because this build does kind of struggle with mana, so you have to have this and Replica Conqueror's Efficiency. And I'm also using Divergent Inspiration Support. Before, I was not using this at first, and it was fine with these things. You just need to get a little bit of a mana regen if you don't want to use this, but not necessary, but very nice. Other ring is Polaric Devastation. Gives you some crit chance, melee damage, and then when you ignite an enemy, it'll cover them in ash, which gives you 20% increased fire damage on them. And it also slows them. The chest piece here is just life, and I have chance to gain Frenzy Charge and increased effective non-curse auras from your skills. The orb part you don't really need, you just need a chest piece that gets you frenzies. That's mainly what it's for, because that's a big damage boost, and it helps with your cast speed and not feel as clunky when bossing. Yep. These are some gloves that I guess next league it'll be like probably well, I don't know, it'd be better this or the, well, I guess I'm not chilling, so yeah, these will probably be the best gloves you can get next league. This league you could do some sentinel stuff and also get damage against chilled enemies. Wait, well, I'm not chilling, but if I was, no, you can get increased crit chance against shocked enemies or whatever. But yeah, belt, just life and res. Boots, I have some life regen and some more res. Yeah, so just trying to get res everywhere you could with this Annihilating Light. If you don't want to go the Annihilating Light route, because it's kind of cheesy and you know you have to worry about getting a bunch of resistance and stuff. So another option is you use this Dusk Dawn. This is another really good option. You lose a bit of damage, you still have more, like, plenty of damage though, but then you can be a lot tankier. You'll get you know, you get more block chance. You can go melding with this. You can invest a lot more in regen as well. And, yeah, I'd say this is the more balanced overall choice. But if you want big boom boom deeps for softcore, I'd go Annihilating Light. So Flasks are just standard Flasks. Arm murdering, Flask armor evasion. You know, I don't have a bleed flask, but I should. Bottled Faith. Don't look at my flasks. I don't quality them because I'm lazy. But you know, Bottled Faith. So jewels. You're gonna want an Impossible Escape. Not necessary, but it is nice. For Conduit, you can get Hired Killer, True Strike, and Overcharge. It's not super good, but it's alright. And you can get this for some more evasion. Spell special, but this character's only level 90. Yeah. Really not necessarily great, but it's okay. Then you're just gonna want crit multi on your jewels and res if you need it. Life. Using GV for Corrupted Soul. Replica Conqueror's Efficiency to help with your mana cost, because it does have mana issues on this build. That's also, yeah. So you get this Caster Mastery. This gives you some regen as well. There you go. If you need a little bit more regen, you can pop 2 nodes into this. It's not a big deal. Yeah. 30% increased defense staff mastery. And you can level as this build as well. You don't need to do some weird leveling build. It's pretty not bad to level with. Yeah. Surprisingly decent at leveling, actually. Firestorm is really not too bad. Definitely a viable skill. Despite common word on the street is that it's not viable, which, you know, it's fine. It's nothing insane, but it's fine. And, my gear isn't too expensive, so yeah. Definitely a pretty decent off-meta build. I'm gonna keep trying to do more videos like this where I try and take something off-meta and make it decent. Alright, here I'll do a quick map, show you what the clear looks like. No, this is not really a great mapper. So you're going to want to map the weakened spell cascade. If you don't use that, it's pretty bad for mapping, but with it, it's okay. Shouldn't have any issues. It covers basically everywhere you click. The thing that kind of isn't great about this build is that you have to wait for the storm to actually fall down, so it is not the greatest. If you don't like having that little bit of delay. Luckily the build is fairly tanky. You can make it more tanky if you want, but since I'm in softcore right now for this character, because hardcore trade does not have the amount of people needed to buy the items I need for the builds I want to make, so I've been playing in softcore just so I can get the items I need. And so I took the liberty to cut some corners and maybe get a little bit of extra DPS, but you could make the build much tankier, like use a melding. Get a bunch of resistance and, you know, make it really tanky. You prefer that. I don't know why I chose like the longest map in existence, but that's okay. So that's the boss damage. It's good enough for killing bosses without gem swapping, but when you're gonna do a big boss, like for example this Maven I'm about to do, you will want to swap out your spell cascade for Awaken Unleash. You could try Spell Echo too if you don't mind that, but I don't like how it feels, so I just use this. So you just start stack your charges up, and you get a bunch of fireballs all at once onto the enemy.